Hey everybody, welcome to Sunday night at Raincross Farms Makery. This is Robin, and hopefully Bill will come and join us, but if not, that's okay. I'll just do this on my own. So, how is everyone? Join us for tonight's live weekly giveaway drawing. Let me get this set up and going, and we also are going to do a quick little craft. Okay, we're going to do a quick little craft tonight, so I'll try not to keep you too long so I can get you on to the last fleeting moments of your weekend. I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had great weather. Let me change this up. That has sent. Turn that off. And let's get over to Facebook. How is everyone? Hop in, say hello. I won't keep you long tonight. I'm going to switch that over. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to unpin that. Hello, hello, hello. Here I am. Hi, Cheryl. And hello, Teresa. Well, there is of me. You're here, right? What more could you want? Okay, let me pin. Whoops. Let me pin tonight's comment. Sounds like Bill is caught him by surprise. Hey, Jackie, good morning to you. And let's send that out. And let's pin that. Okay, so tonight's keyword, I'm going to tell you because we're going to do a craft tonight. Tonight's keyword is pretend. You'll find out why in a minute. So type in pretend if you want to get entered for next week's drawing. And I think we are good to go. Let me know if pretend works. It should be. Looks like it works. There it goes. Okay, so pretend is working. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, so for last week's drawing, we only went live one time last week. I was struggling last week. I was on the struggle bus, but I am getting off the struggle bus, and hold me to it. I want to be more regular this week and go at least 3 or 4 times live. So we did have 39 entries into this week's drawing. So here, I'm gonna plug this. So, whoop, where'd it go? There it goes. Okay, 625. Happy birthday to my brother. And I'm going to shuffle it 3 or 4 times, and then we're going to spin it. We're going to see who is last week's giveaway winner. Okay, good. It worked for you. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle, 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 one more shuffle. Oh, let's do another shuffle. Okay, so let's tap it to spin, and let's see who our winner is. Our winner is, I'm not going to be able to read it backwards, Patty Dijon. Woohoo! Congratulations, Patty. Patty Dijon is our winner for last week. Congratulations. I will be sending you something on Messenger to get your happy mail on your way to you. Congratulations. And all of my little machines are making noises. So Oh, yay, 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 she's here too. Thanks, thanks. You are welcome. Congratulations. Okay, a couple of transfers we're going to use tonight, just for a really quick craft, because I haven't done it for a while. Okay, this one is called Pretending to Work. Pretending to work. How many of you pretend to work and sometimes you're not working? So we're going to make a cute little mouse pad out of this. I'm going to show you how our ink works on, I don't even know what that material is called. What is this? What is this material called? Mouse pad material.
Mouse pad material.
Mouse pad material. Okay, so pretending to work. And then we're going to do another quick little project using one of our, this is Lake Time Beach Vibes Minis. So let's get to getting. Hey, Teresa. Okay, so I got these mouse pads. I forget what they're called. The material that they're made out of. Anyway, so I got these off of Amazon.
Neoprene.
Neoprene, like
Wetsuit.
scuba diving wetsuits. Okay, so this is, I got this pack. It's a pack of 10 of them. Got them off of Amazon. If anybody's interested, let Mr. Bill know and he will pull up the link. So I got 10 of them. They are just simple mouse pads. And I'm going to show you how you can use our transfers and ink on them and heat set them, and everything will be wonderful. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, what we're going to use the minis on is the same material, but this is one of those can koozies, soda can koozies, beer can koozies, and it's the same, roughly the same material. This probably has a little more foam padding. This has a little more different type of padding, but it works the same way. So we're going to make up a couple. So pretending to work. Because this is fabric, I'm not going to ink this. You're in. I'm in. Why am I commenting? Okay, so I'm just going to put this like right here in the middle of my mouse pad. Does everybody still use mouse pads? I still do. Okay, that looks a little crooked, unless I wanted it crooked. Kind of not really wanting it crooked. So let's do pretending to work.
Jackie says it's warm there and she can't sleep, so I want to know how warm it is.
How warm is it, Jackie?
You can say centigrade, it's okay.
We'll just have to, we'll have to figure out what that transfers to. Okay, so I'm pushing it down so there's no air bubbles, so that the adhesive is solidly stuck to that neoprene fabric. And I'm going to use our ink this time because I want it to be permanent. I sublimated one over 2 years ago and it's still fine, yes. Okay, so I'm just going to use one color tonight. This is our black velvet, but we do have a bunch of colors of ink. I think we probably have 24 colors of ink. We also are now selling it. Not all the colors, but we're also now selling it in the little sample size, I don't know, paste packets, only this is ink. So we're also selling ink in the little trial size, and I think we have that available in like 9 different colors. Of course, we have black and white in that. So if you're interested in starting ink, but you don't want to invest in an entire jar, you can start out with the little ink packets. So let me get a smaller squeegee, and I'm going to do this just like the paste. I'm going to take my squeegee, I'm going to put some of that ink on it, and I'm going to chalk, ink, drag the squeegee over the screen. Now, because I'm using ink and I don't want any of it to bleed through, I'm just going in one direction. So I'm just going to go top down, and I'm not pushing too hard. I don't want to push too hard and actually press the ink where it is not at the screen. Calling it a bleed. I don't want it to bleed. And get that all covered up. Super easy. Got that covered. Make sure I've got it everywhere. All the designs. And scrape off the excess. Put it back in my jar. I'm going to check my fingers and make sure there isn't any ink, because this is permanent. And if I dribble ink somewhere, it's going to leave a stain. So there we go. Pretending to work. So let me put this, I'm going to put this on this is a Dollar Tree dish drying mat. I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to give it a quick spray. Not as hot as you get, but about 20 degrees. How is your little space? It is starting to move. It's not exactly flying off the shelves, but that's okay. We're new, but we've gone in and checked on it a couple of times, and it's like an Easter egg hunt, looking to see where the empty space is on the shelves. So it is starting to move, so that's exciting. Okay, so I've got that. I sprayed that just so the ink doesn't dry in that screen before I go to clean it out, and I'll show you a little bit later how to clean it out. Okay, so here is this. While we've got the ink out, let's do our little can koozie. And what did I do? Here we go. Okay, so I was thinking, okay, let me show you these. This says, relax and unwind, you're on beach time. This one says, welcome to the lake. This one says, go jump in the ocean. This one says, lake bum. This one says, it's a skipping rocks kind of day. And this one is just this picture of a lighthouse. This one says, beach vibes. This one says, on lake time. This says, wake and lake. This says, beach access. This is a couple of canoe paddles and some waves and a sunburst and beach access. No, mermaid off duty. Mermaid off duty. So, cute little signs. So I was thinking of doing beach vibes. And if you want me to do one on the back side, let me know which one you'd like to see. But I'm going to do beach vibes. And I'm going to get out my little blade, and I'm going to keep the backer intact, and I'm just going to cut through the little cut lines, and then I can pull them off as I need them and put them back on. So this transfer is awesome. It has 12 different designs. You can use it lots of different ways. You could make yourself a whole set of can koozies if you're having a beach party or a pool party or something like that. Okay, so I've got beach vibes. Jackie likes the mermaid one. 68 degrees. So that 68 degrees, and you say that's hot? Girl.
She's
Girl.
in the UK.
Okay, again, I'm not going to fuzz this because this is actually a fabric. And I'm going to center that on my koozie. Now, ordinarily I use an ink mat because two things: it holds the fabric in place and it also prevents any ink from bleeding through. But neither of those things are going to happen with this. This is not going to bleed through. It's like 1/8 of an inch thick, and it's pretty sturdy. And so the fabric isn't going to wrinkle up and bunch up. But I am going to make sure that this is down. And I'm going to ink it very gently because it looks like it wants to pull up, but we don't want that to happen. So we're just going to do this gently. So I'm going to take some ink. Okay, Bill found the mouse pad link. So I'm just going to gently drag the ink over this. It's got a couple of shells. It says beach vibes. Okay, scrape off the excess, put it back in the jar. I got a little bit of ink on my finger. I want to get that removed, and I'm going to peel it off. And I have beach vibes. Woohoo! Okay, put that on my mat. Give it a spray. Okay, so in order to make this permanent, I have to heat set it. So the best practices is to let this dry completely overnight, preferably, maybe even 24 hours, but we don't have that kind of time, so I'm going to kind of cheat and I'm going to use my little dryer, but it's best if this is dry to the touch. That way there's no chance of it smearing, so I'm just going to give it a little dry. Before I heat set it. Now I'm going to heat set it. On one of them, I'm going to use my big Cricut Easy Press. If you don't have one of those, don't worry. You can do it with a household iron. So I'm going to do the second one with more like a household iron. Yes, yes, is anything that can handle the heat, and this stuff, if you can sublimate on it because you have to heat it when you sublimate it, you can use your transfers and your ink. If it's not going to get any kind of usage, or you're not going to want to clean it off, you could just do it with chalk too. But it wouldn't be permanent if you just did it with our chalk paste. Okay, so it's 68 degrees at 3 a.m. Okay, that's a little warm. That's a little warm. Okay, that's a little warm. It's a little warm.
So, again, where did you get the can cozy?
Can cozies, I also got these off of Amazon, but I got them a year or so ago. So Bill will look up the link for those too, but it's been a while.
That does not look like a dye sub, though.
What doesn't look? This, I don't know. I don't know if it is. I didn't get it for dye sub. I got it for chalking, so. But I think it's probably a polyester type base, so I'm sure this doesn't have to be specially made for sublimation. But again, I haven't gotten into that. I'm over my head with chalk. I am perfectly happy with my chalk. Now I'm going to do one little thing. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing a couple little spots that like I didn't completely get it covered. So I'm going to do a little touch up. So I'm going to use just a paintbrush and I'm going to put a little bit of the ink on it, just a little bit. And I'm going to kind of fill in those spots real quick, and no one will be the wiser. I think I had too light of a touch on this. I'm just going to fill in those spots. These are going to look cute in my little shop.
Cheryl says her high today was 96.
I don't know what ours was.
Ours at our house was 87.
87, okay. So, not horrible. This is supposed to be our hot week, though. Okay, a little bit more drying. Can Koozy. Koozy with a K. K-O-O-Z-Y. If you're looking for it, it might be under, or do you want the...
I already found them.
You found them? Okay. You say, I think I have the bag somewhere. Missouri.
Well, I posted it, but it hasn't shown up on the feed yet.
Huh. Okay, so let's get to heat setting these. I'm going to put this down on a heat mat. You could just use an ironing board, but I don't have one down here. I would be melting like the Wicked Witch of the West. Yeah. Welcome to our world. Okay, I'm going to get a sheet of parchment paper. Get it off my iPad. So this is parchment paper, not wax paper. Kind of looks like wax paper, but it is parchment paper. And I have dried this to the touch. It's not completely dry, but I'm going to put this down on top. And the first one I'm going to use my Easy Press. And I have it set on 325. I have it set for about 20 seconds, but I may end up having to do it a time or two. I just don't want it to be too hot that it burns. I don't have to apply pressure. I don't have to move it. I can just set it down here. Bad thunderstorm this afternoon. We had a thunderstorm last night. That was pretty cool.
Was it the night before? I can't remember.
I think it was last night.
Yesterday.
Okay, so to check and see if it is heat set, I'm going to let it cool off till I can touch it. And when I rub my fingers over it, if it still feels a little bit tacky, then it's not completely heat set. But I'm going to wait a second because this is going to hold in a lot of heat. If it's completely smooth, I'm good to go and done. Okay, so it does feel just slightly tacky. Oops, I just put that down. Put that down on my dirty transfer. So we're going to do it again. This is 325 for 20 seconds. Hey, Patty. Only 87 in what? You're Northern California, I believe. Okay. That's done. I'm gonna let it cool off just a bit. Okay, you might have to try it again. This holds a lot of heat, so be careful. Be careful when you do it. Okay, now it is, I don't feel any tackiness, still kind of hot, but when it cools down, if it feels completely adhered to the fabric, it's heat set and it's good to go. If this was something I could stick in the washing machine, which I don't think it is, it would not come off. But I could clean it with a wet rag. Okay, there you go. Now it's showing. Okay, so this one is heat set. And let's switch over to our, what did I do with our Can Koozie? Here's our Beach Vibes. Dry to the touch. Still, I'm going to use parchment paper. I'm going to use my Cricut mini press, but it's kind of like one of those little mini irons, although there are no holes in the bottom like a household iron has. But I've got this set at medium high, or level 2, which is about medium high on your iron that you'd have at home. Still parchment paper, but I am just going to, I'm going to keep this moving. With a household iron, you don't want those holes that are meant for steam. You don't want them being held in one place for too long, or it will damage the material that you're ironing, and it'll put a permanent little welt in there. So I'm just going to do this for a couple of minutes. A t-shirt, something big like a t-shirt, you might want to do it for 4 minutes. I'm going to do this for about 2 minutes. So if you keep it moving, it won't get those little welts from the steam holes. You don't want to use steam when you do this. Hello, everybody. Make sure you are commenting the keyword pretend. That will get you entered into our next week's drawing, which is July 2nd. Can you believe it? We're almost done with June already. July 2nd. It will also send to your messenger. You'll have some other little links that you can click on. If you are interested in the products that I'm using tonight, you can click on product info and you can look at, what can you look at? You can look at tonight's shopping list, the things that I use tonight. There's also a place you can look through our lookbooks and you can see some of the other things that we have. And I put in there a preview to our autumn collection that launches July 11th. Can't purchase it yet, but go and take a look at the autumn collection and see what's coming up on July 11th. It's awesome. So many. I am digging through my couch cushions to look for loose change so I can buy what I want. But Halloween, Thanksgiving, autumn, Christmas, a bunch of year-round things too. Awesome, awesome things that they're coming out with. So go and take a look. Okay, so that's been a couple minutes, I think. I'm going to, again, let this cool off, and then I'm going to check it. Okay, still very hot.
She's excited about the new collection.
Yes, yes, I know. I know. I think you said you were pulling out your piggy bank. My piggy bank done squealed. Okay. Okay, so this is not feeling tacky at all. It is nice and adhered. So here is, let me put my soda can in there. They call them beer koozies, but you can use soda. Finding it difficult to find chalk paste over here. I know, Jackie. I have not gotten any positive vibes from the company being able to ship to the UK. So, and I never did check to see the credit card. Yeah, don't use your credit card, girl. Don't do that. Okay. Oh, you were in the hospital. I hope you are out and I hope you are much better. So here is our can koozie that we made with our Chalkology ink. And here is our mouse pad. Again, we made with our Chalkology ink. You can use any of our designs on this. So this is super awesome. Isn't that easy and quick? And again, we've got ink in the packets if you just want to experiment with it and not invest in an entire jar. We've got some inks in packets that you can give a try. And give it a try. Okay, where did you say to look? My cat is driving me crazy. To look for the preview of autumn. When you type in, you have to type in, what was it? Pretend is our keyword tonight. Type in pretend. You'll get a message to your messenger. It will have I think it has 3 little buttons of things you can choose from. One of them is product info. So click on product info. It will send you another message and there will be 3 more things you can choose from. You can look at either the product list for the things I use tonight. You can look at the lookbooks, which are current things that we have for sale. And then there's one that says preview autumn collection or something, preview autumn. So click on that preview autumn and you can see, you can't purchase any of those. I'm not even sure they have prices in them, but you can take a look at the designs that we're going to have launching July 11th. So take a look at that. You know what? I can track all of you who go to that link, the preview autumn. I will give you guys an extra entry if you go and click on that link, preview autumn, and I'll give you an extra entry. Sound good? That'll be our little secret. Preview autumn. It's one of the The first set of buttons that come up, you'll want to click on product info. The next set of buttons that comes up, you'll want to click on preview. I think it says preview autumn. So if you click on that, my bot will recognize it, and I'll go in and I'll get that list, and I'll give everybody an extra entry. Okay, so that was it for tonight. We will be seeing you again next week. I promised I'm off the struggle bus. We will be a little more regular on our lives, and we'll see you then. Have a great last fleeting few moments of your weekend, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.